So I know it's early for Mailbag. There's a dude who said I don't make facial expressions when I talk. I'll just, when I'm talking.
Welcome to Uffsides. I'm Matt Ufford. This is an NFL YouTube show that is really unfortunately named. I'm joined by my pals, Will and Alex. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Just gonna go for that banana right off the top of the show, huh?
I'm hungry. I didn't get to snack earlier.
Today, we are going to once again fix the NFL. That's all we do. This show is just fixing the NFL week in and week out, every other week. We got some rules in the NFL that need changing and or just thrown out entirely. What do you think?
New NFL.
A new NFL. Oh, I can't believe the burden on fixing the NFL falls on our shoulders every single episode.
We'll do our best to make every team as close to the Baltimore Ravens as possible.
Correct.
That's what this league needs.
Yes, more Ravens-like teams. The thing that I find infuriating on a week-to-week basis, and even when it benefits my team, I still don't like it. It still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. 5-yard penalties that are automatic first downs. That's illegal hands to the face, defensive holding.
Illegal contact, yeah. If it's 3rd and 20 and you tap someone the wrong way, it should not be an automatic first down.
No! The only possible explanation for this, we didn't get the yardage necessary for a first down, which is the entire concept of fucking football. And we're just gonna throw it out the window because, the defense. I need you to sit down. I need you to get a glass of milk and also a separate glass of water as well because this take is spicy.
Pull up your workbench and sit on a cylinder of your choice.
Ban regular season overtime. That's right.
What?
Yeah. Your two crappy teams have ended with a tie score. It's a tie. There you go. You end this. We have the computers to calculate tiebreakers at the end of the season. If you had a tie, that's fine. You didn't win or lose a game. Who gives a fuck? We can't figure out if it's sudden death or like if you kick a field goal, but then they kick a field goal, then it's sudden death. But if you score a touchdown or a safety, it's over automatically. Oh, it should be 10 minutes instead of 15. Fuck it, man. Just get rid of overtime in the regular season. The playoff overtime should just be one more full quarter. Don't even bother with the coin toss. The team that received in the second half is gonna kick in overtime.
It's like football.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're saying, oh, we can't have ties. I hate ties. Ties are for soccer. Just settle down. The overtime is just more time for your favorite players to get injured. It doesn't matter. The thing that matters in the NFL is the playoffs. Save the overtime for then. That way it becomes a special, rare thing. And if you had 60 minutes to determine a winner. If you can't give me one then, let's not bother with overtime in the regular season.
I'm done with my banana now if we want to start this thing.
Right. Go ahead and press record.
Yep.
Okay.
Where is that?
Oh. It's different every week.
Need the manual.
Alex, you got anything?
I got 3 things. One, let the coaches challenge anything they want. The argument against that is it'll make games take way too long. You're not giving them more challenges. Just let them challenge whatever they want. I don't care if you want to challenge if the line judge is picking his nose. Let them challenge whatever you want.
3 challenges.
Yeah, 2 if you 2 and 3rd if you get them both right.
Let me throw this in. Once again, all these great ideas, I feel very encouraged. More referees. If you get 11 referees on the field, that is 22 eyeballs for 22 players. Each referee is in charge of watching 2 dudes. They do a baddie, then they call something, the penalty. They go from there. More referees.
Now, are you limiting those referees to just 1 flag apiece, or should they also have additional flags?
Two flags. You got holsters.
Yeah, flag holsters.
I think every play should have the potential for 22 flags. Plus the hat thing, which I don't really get why because sometimes it's out of bounds.
What if they just there were more ways for referees to discard things onto the field? They just had one of those endless scarves.
Where do they keep pulling the from? They got all these flags. They got a little hacky sack for fumbles.
Just go to articles of clothing. He takes his shirt off, takes his underwear
Oh
off.
man.
Underwear penalty. Now this is serious.
Like Batman, they've got a utility belt. I also don't see why coaches are limited to 3 challenges if they get the first 2 right. If the referees are getting things wrong and the coaches are challenging them and overturning the referee's incorrect call, why do they have to run out of challenges? It's the referees that are
3 for 3. Refs clearly keep up, but you've been right too much. You can't challenge.
You have the referees. You have the review that gets sent back to New York, and they're still like, "Hey, coach, you're doing pretty good today. Can you take a 3rd for us?"
Yeah. But in general, I do think that coaches should be able to challenge anything. Oh, you can't challenge that. Well, why the not?
Also, benign penalties shouldn't cancel out serious penalties. I remember last year in Europe, Allen Robinson got smashed in the head and then spun the ball afterward, and they were offsetting. No.
Also, while we're talking about challenges, I think referees should be able to challenge. One ref calls one thing, another ref saw something else. They should throw a challenge flag. We should know what they're talking about instead of just getting smooching distance and whispering at each other until one of them's like, okay, you can take this one.
The rule on fumbles going through the end zone being a touchback, which is just the most illogical rule in the world.
A turnover and a touchback.
If it goes out of bounds at the 1 inch line, you get the ball at the 1 inch line. If it's 1 inch beyond the goal line, it's the other team's ball.
See, I love that rule.
Do you remember John Fox challenged thinking he had a touchdown when they ruled it down at the 1? And then not only was it not a touchdown, they gave the ball to the other team.
You would take that away? You would take that delicious moment away from us?
I do love the Fox 10.
I agree with Alex. The whole like touchdown, touchback, like they need to change the name of one of those things. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. I have one last change that I would like to see. I hate that pass interference is automatically a spot foul. I've seen so many instances late in games where it's 4th and 10, the team that's on offense is desperate, heave the ball downfield. It's kind of a jump ball. There's a little bit of jostling for it. Maybe a little bit, maybe it's pass interference, but it's not worthy of a 45 or 50 yard penalty, and that puts the referees in a difficult spot where like, do I really want to reward the offense for doing this, small percentage play like a defended jump ball? This kind of speaks to a larger problem in the NFL that they've tried to like legislate out any judgment for the referees. Like, we've seen it with the catch rule, right? Where it's like, if we just keep making the rule more specific, it rules out the referees making any sort of judgment, and they follow the rule book, and it's completely against any logic that any fans or observers might understand.
Now that we've talked through it, I want to amend my 11 refs thing. One ref. So you get one ref out there, let the guys play. They know the rules.
Yeah.
They're written. Once it kind of starts getting too out of hand, that's when the ref and the people up above really kind of like get down in there and start throwing some flags.
If there was a player who committed several penalties and maybe the referee didn't catch them,
right,
maybe he could get a stern talking to at the end of the game.
Yeah, like a letter.
Just kind of like a performance review where you sit down and Darius, I'm really disappointed in what you did out there today. Like, you got away with some holds that you shouldn't be proud of.
And he would say, you're right, I did. I'm a man. I can admit to this thing. We are all adults here. I think dogs should vote. All
right, let's go to the mailbag. These are comments that were left on the previous episode. Lord Rudy said, why are the comments so angry? Why are people taking this seriously?
You, Rudy. Nah, you cool.
Rudy, it's the internet. People are mad online.
Hey, what are people over at YouTube.com saying about videos today?
Usually the comments on YouTube are so nice. Rudy, I'm sorry that YouTube commenters let you down. Your first mistake might have been expecting anything.
That's on you, Rudy, you piece of shit.
Oh, hey. Oh. Let's try to keep things positive.
Lord Rudy, you piece of shit.
Rudy was offsides.
Rudy was Uffsides.
Ooh.
Brand.
Jeremy Russell said, why am I watching this Uffsides video I've already seen? It's 1:16 a.m. and I need to wake up at 7. Listen, I appreciate your support of the show. You might have a problem.
Yeah, why are you not watching it a third time before you go to sleep?
Yeah, not enough episodes are up. That's his problem.
Jeremy has clearly made some horrible life decisions, and I feel like he needs a little bit of a support system right now. I just wanted to let him know that we see him out there.
Jeremy, if you can get yourself to New York and get into our building and find where we shoot, you're welcome anytime. Just come on down. No, don't, Jeremy.
I don't really want to.
I just figured, that he needs a support system, but maybe not us.
Maybe not us.
Not us.
Not us.
Not us. Get a cat or something.
I know enough people.
Hey, Germs, just crank it next time. If you're like, oh, it's late, I'm gonna watch Uffsides again.
All right, that's this week's episode. If you have thoughts on our great ideas, let us know in the comments. Maybe throw in some of your own good ideas for rules that need to be changed in the NFL. It's a good call to action, I think.
Oh, it's a great.
Solid. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube video, and of course, subscribe to SB Nation for other videos that don't have me in them.
What is up with football this year? Like, can you believe some of the plays we've seen? Running and passing.